Hello, Paper Magic World! We're back on our Pioneer tournament. I'm playing IZZET Phoenix with no ledger shredders, but 3 Fajali archaeologists. My deck is the same you can find on any site with IZZET Phoenix lists. This is my mana base and my sideboard. You can check my complete deck list on the description down below. This is the third round. I'm playing against Milin. Yes, it's black, blue Milin, DIMIR Milin. If you saw my 2 previous videos, I won the first round versus IZZET Phoenix. I drew the second round versus Azorius Control, and this is my third round. Let's see if my opponent can mill me out on this first game. Yeah, many people can say, well, if they are milling you, they are helping you a lot. Well, yeah, they do help me a lot on this game. But sometimes when they mill you and you mill yourself, it can be very dangerous. So I just played a sleight of hand. He plays his second land, and I, of course, start milling myself. And this was atrocious. 4 lands, both of the Hall of Storm Giants. Okay, this start is not good. So far, no Orc-like Phoenixes on my graveyard. I just wasted a Prankster, and I'm trying to find more gas to add to my graveyard, but that Fajali kind of misses. I'm looking to if I get or not that Fury Impulse. It's not even active. There's no spell mastery. So I decided to leave it in the graveyard. Yes. That way I can treasure cruise. Yes, I leave it in the graveyard. I treasure cruise. I draw 3. And now I have a 1/4 on the battlefield. A sort of ledger shredder. And now he Tashi's Hideous Laughter me. And I exile till I hit 20 converted mana cost in total cards. So far, lots of lands, lots of 1-drops. And a Phoenix. Oh, okay, 1 Phoenix less, as my opponent said. And there's the second one. I hit him 4/4. So my deck is like already half of it. He plays a crab, mills 3. And he curses me with a Fray Insanity. So at the end of each turn, I will have to mill myself equal to the cards put in my graveyard. So it's like a milling doubling effect. And I keep playing treasure cruises because I need to find more threats. So far, 1 card to the graveyard. Two cards to the graveyard. That's a sleight of hand. There's a Phoenix to my hand. And do I have the lightning axe to kill that? Yes, I do. That's the third spell. And that's 4 cards total that hit the graveyard this turn. So I hit him for 7. And we are discussing how many cards do I have to mill? Yes, 4. So I mill 4. And the moment he asks me, how many cards left do I have on my deck? Well, that's when I knew I was in trouble. This was turn 5, I believe. So he plays a cacophony, which mills me 8 cards. And even if I had the spell pierce, he had an answer. Okay, there's the last Arc-like Phoenix, but he just needs to pass the turn. I'm looking at my hand. I'm just prolonging my defeat. So I just scoop it up and let's go with a sideboard. I can't believe even after he helped me mail my phoenixes, I couldn't beat him. That hideous Tasha's Hideous Laughter was the card, the MVP of this game. Well, we are going to sideboard. Of course, I'm going to add 3 Mystical Disputes and negate both Crackling Drakes and the Brazen Borrowers, just to get rid of the Frey Insanities, the Crackling Drake in case he kills all my phoenixes. And well, with the counter spells as backup, maybe I'm going to be able to win game number 2. So let's see what's his sideboard plan. He's probably going to go ahead and try and exile my deck, my graveyard, with his own Ashocks. So I'm on the play. And well, that's 1 card less that I drew on this game, so that helps me against milling, right? So I'm just going to consider at the end of his turn. I already have a Treasure Cruise, so I send it to the graveyard and draw a card. He's tapped with the Guardian Grave, which indicates he might not have Mystical Disputes. So I just Fajali, and ooh, there's a Hall of Storm Giant. Oh, a Phoenix and a Sleight of Hand. Okay, so far the Fajali didn't miss. Now here's a Crab, and that's a Fetch Land, so that's 6 cards. Okay, that's 3. And 3 more cards. So, will I be able to bring back that Phoenix? I have lots of cards in my graveyard. I could play another Treasure Cruise. Yes. Here's the first Treasure Cruise. I exile 7 cards, draw 3. Three fresh cards. And now, sleight of hand. One to the hand, one to the bottom. Shock myself, and of course, the lightning axe. Discarding another Art Like Phoenix, so that's 6 in the air on turn 3. Thanks a lot for the extra cards in the graveyard. And now he shocks. Goodbye graveyard, and he mills 4 more cards. Okay, no Phoenix or Crackling Drake, so what will I do now? Do I kill the Ashiok? Do I keep applying pressure and with counter backup? Oh, there's a Crackling Drake with the Free the Fae, and there's a Prison Borrower. Okay. Goes to the adventure. I play a land, and I decide to kill the Ashiok. I don't want to keep losing my graveyard, because he could just mill 4 more cards. Well, there's the Merfolk that mills 4 cards. Yeah, he could have exiled another Phoenix, so he just plays the creature and passes, so he might have only removal spells or counter spells. So it was a good play to kill the Ashiok. Okay, that turn I was deciding whether to play another cantrip, but I probably wanted to play it on my turn to bring back the Phoenix. But that would maybe require to tap myself. So there's a sleight of hand. I actually don't remember which cards were those, but they were maybe 2 good cards. So, yes, I believe I saw an opt there. I'm counting cards. Probably I just want to leave counter magic up. I believe I have a temporal trespass on my hand, if I remember. Yeah, that's a Sparkbluff Canal. That's why I didn't keep playing cantrips. So I just got a combat, and he drowns in sorrow one of my Phoenix. Well, it could be worse. It just dies, so it goes to my graveyard. Yeah, so that's 3 more damage. He's at 11, I believe. So now that he's all tapped out, I was about to play the extra turn, but that would require to exile my Arc-like Phoenix, so I just pass the turn. Now he asks me how many cards left. I have 21 cards left. I just need one more turn with that Temporal Trespass on my hand. If it's Hideous Laughter, it would be immediately countered. But if he tries to just mail me, I would probably let it happen just to get more cards in my graveyard. So that's 5 cards to the graveyard. And that actually helps me, so at the end step I'm playing another threat, Brazen Borrower, and he plays his counter spell. Oh, he's all tapped out. Didn't say please that counters the spell and mills 3, so I immediately untap, and I know I have the win on my hand. So I play one spell, play another spell, and the extra turn. Which brings back 2 Phoenixes. I hit him for 9 and again for 9. So we go to a game 3. And this game, the milling actually helped me a lot. He mulligans. Okay. Okay, so that's a little bit of an advantage for me. He keeps that hand and goes ahead and plays a Fabled Passage and passes the turn. I play a Stormcard Coast and pass a turn. Ooh, did I see a Necromancia there? Oh boy. Another Fabled Passage, okay. Spire Bluff Canal and pass the turn, or not. I just deploy a Vejali. I probably don't have any counter spells. That's why I played that creature. Or if I had, maybe that was not a good idea, because he immediately plays a Necromancia and names Arc-Light Phoenix. So he looks at my hand. Yeah, I don't see any counter spells, but I see a Temporal Trespass on my hand. Yes, I indeed had a Temporal Trespass. That's why I kept that hand. Because if it gets milled, well, there goes my only extra turn, but in my hand I will be able to build a turn in order to win in one attack. with no arc like Phoenix, that means I only have the Crackling Drakes. And now that I remember, I believe on the third turn I actually removed one Crackling Drake, so I am only playing one in the whole deck. So those Fajalis and Free the Fae could be a double-edged sword. I could mill my only win condition. There's even a Hall of the Storm Giants on the graveyard. So he goes ahead and mills me 4/4, and in response I free the Fae, crossing my fingers. No. And I say no Crackling Drakes. Come on, no Crackling Drakes. Do I let that happen? In response, I consider. See the top. And I mill myself. Draw a card. Just a land. Mill 4. Yes, I wanted to keep that Mystical Dispute for a future spell. So he just plays another Fabled Passage. I don't know why he played that land tapped. And I played my Treasure Cruise. Now the plan is to find that Crackling Drake so that it doesn't get mailed or exiled out from my library. Draw 3. And I think I saw the Crackling Drake. Do I have the Crackling Drake in my hand? I play a land, and there's another Mystical Dispute. Yes, I was deciding what to discard. I was deciding between a Lightning Axe or maybe the Mystical Dispute he saw, but it's 2 cards that I had to discard. I couldn't discard lands because I had to keep making my land drops in order to play the Crackling Drake and then the extra turn, but that would require the total of 7 mana. Now he tries to Tasha Hideous Laughter me, but of course I'm going to Mystical Dispute. I should have played the other one that he knew I had in my hand, but well. So I draw a card, and what's going to happen? I once again Treasure Cruise, looking for that Crackling Drake. I knew my opponent was going to try and mill myself. Mill me, I mean. So that will give me enough cards to delve for the Temporal Trespass. And I believe I just drew the Crackling Drake. Yes. With that Treasure Cruise, now I remember. I drew the Crackling Drake. So right now I'm making some calculations I'm counting how many spells I have in my graveyard. And in that moment I realized, okay, I need a total of 7 mana. And I have a Prismari command in my hand, which means I could create a treasure token, which would allow me to do all that on the next turn. So right now I'm just passing the turn. I had to discard 1 card. Since I have all the cards I need in my hand to win, I just discarded a treasure cruise. So he goes ahead and mills me 7 for 7. So I go ahead and try to bait. I'm trying to bait a counter spell. So I Mystical Dispute, and he pays the 3. So he just tapped out. He totally tapped out. So in response, I play a Prismari command. Draw 2, discard 2. I create my treasure token and I mill 7 cards. And he passes the turn. Okay, I only need to draw an untapped land, and I did. Yes. So I play 2 blue, 2 red, Crackling Drake, draw a card, and triple blue. I cannot play it so fast. Exile 8 cards and I have an extra turn. So I count again. How many cards do I have? Do I have to discard more spells? "19 instant and sorcery spells. So I only need to play 1 more spell, which is an opt. And that's 20 cards. And that's game. Oh, the Temporal Trespass, the MVP of this game, of this match, actually. Yeah, so that's the 3rd round against Milling. Yeah. He should have played maybe some Leyland of the Voids. But in the end, Temporal Trespass gave me the win. So that's it for today. Thank you very much and goodbye.